We're so happy everybody's here. Emily and I'm Kevin Wilson. This is my lovely bride, Emily. And we're super excited just to be able to sit down and visit with you. If you're new, welcome. If you're a guest of somebody, we're going to give you some information about the product and the company and the business and the potential it holds. And then you're going to go and visit with the person that invited you to this opportunity to get a little bit more information. And we're very happy you're here. Thank you for joining us.
First, we just want to tell you, we got in this industry, we got in Lifewave 1 year ago because friends of ours who cared about us shared a patch. They shared a patch because my husband, who is Mr. Sporty, Mr. Do-It-All guy, fell from a ladder, ripped his pectoral muscle, shoulder, had a massive reconstructive surgery. And a friend of ours, David Warden and Heather, came over and said, hey, this patch might just help you recover a bit faster. They knew Kevin wanted to get back in a gym. They knew he wasn't good on the sideline. And sure enough, the patches helped us both incredibly. We both have some amazing testimonies with this patch. I'm a personal trainer, health coach. I'm kind of hard on my body all the time. And you get little aches and pains as we go through this aging process. And this patch has helped us tremendously with some of those aches and pains, with some of those just help our body recover a little bit faster from our workouts, help us recover from a few little injuries that we get because we might do sprint work too much or too often. Anyway, we want to tell you about this tonight, why it's helped us, what it's doing for us and our friends, and then most importantly, why we believe we are positioned with a unique product to go share this with the world to change the health of the world that we live in. I am tired of unhealthy, tired, don't feel good enough to do anything, friends and family. I want people changing their lives for the better. I want them able to go run with grandkids, go on walks with spouses, take a friend skiing down a mountain, whatever it is. I want people to be able to do activities in their life and not hurt all the time or not be too worn out and too exhausted to do anything. So we're going to tell you about this patch and how it helps us live a better quality of life.
We want to pull a screen up here because we want you guys to be able to see some things. I'm a visual person, so I want you guys to have a view of what it is that we are sharing. And so I'm going to jump up here. And have you been patched? As Emily said, we were blessed, David and Heather. Thank you, David and Heather, for bringing over some patches to our house. We live here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Our friends do as well. And they brought the patches to us. My answer is yes, I've been patched. If you haven't had the opportunity, if somebody said, jump on this call and you haven't had an opportunity to actually get product, it's the next step. You need to get some product so you can experience for yourself what it does. Why the X39 stem cell activation patch? Basically, the reality of us is as we begin the clock advances, the chronological order goes further in. We get older, right? And what happens is by the time we're 30 years old, about half of our stem cells have gone dormant. What that means for you and I is when we're young, when you think about if you have kids or you have grandkids, when they get bumps, bruises, or heaven forbid, a broken bone, they heal quickly, very quickly. As you get older, that healing process slows dramatically. Our stem cells aren't going in and building new bone, new muscle, new tissue. As a matter of fact, the opposite starts to happen, and we start to experience things like aching joints or bad shoulders and backs and necks and things of that. And as you go further in on the process of the time, the hands of the clock advancing, by the time you're 60, you really have very few of your stem cells active in your body. What we want to do with the X39 patch is to have those stem cells reactivated. The copper peptide is triggered by this patch. And so what the patch itself is not a transdermal patch. In other words, it's not putting anything into our bodies. It's actually using our own light signature. We are beings of light. We admit, if you look through night vision goggles, or if you ever watched a movie and they're looking through four people in night vision goggles, you can see our light signature. You can actually, we emit light, and the patch actually reflects that light back off of these nanocrystals, and that frequency triggers the GHK copper peptide. And when you increase the copper peptide in a human being, you activate the stem cells. All right. So this technology is very forward, it's very advanced, and it's highly effective.
One thing I will say on that is, when we got introduced to this, we didn't know a lot about how stem cells could really work in our body. We had both just watched or listened to a book called Full Force that was Life Force, excuse me, that was all about stem cells and getting, how using your own body's stem cells, putting it back in, how that can work, how getting embryonic stem cells might help people with rehabbing different areas of the body. So we knew a little bit, but it's amazing, like the information that we have at our fingertips and how we can learn so much more. And I'll tell you, like, I was kind of the skeptic at first, and I'll just be really honest. How does this patch, this little tiny quarter-size patch, how does that trigger such a response in my body? And Lifewave light therapy is a real deal, folks. You can research it, you can look it up and anywhere and find out, like, it's an advancement in technology, which is what we love so much, is that this is a unique product that other people don't have, which we're going to talk about. But I was a skeptic and I had to put it on myself, and I had to dive around at some of the videos and watch it. And then I learned something new. And so for me, it was whether I felt something in the first day or two or not, I knew I wanted to wear it because of what I read was going on. So I want you to think about that too. Like, as we tell you guys what the patch is doing for you, really think about, would you like some of these changes in your life?
So Lifewave as a company has been around for over 19 years. If you are looking at this from whether or not this product's going to be around, whether or not this company is going to be around, they've weathered the storm. They've seen recessions, they've seen market changes, they've seen ups and downs. They're here to stay. And what you're looking at is this stem cell patch. The X39 is one of the products that Lifewave offers. It is new in the portfolio of products. And it's changed what Lifewave actually is. It went from doing $20 million a year, which is okay, to within 2 years of the product, or 3 years of the product being in the market, it did over 320. And it's advancing. This slide's a little bit outdated. We're in 77 countries right now, which makes us a global opportunity. This gentleman, David Schmidt, the CEO, inventor of X39, and we just were spending a little time with him. Anybody that was at This Is It convention in Tampa, we got an opportunity to hear David on stage. He gave us some great information. And what's interesting, this slide, again, it says he has over 130 patents. He mentioned this past weekend he has 180. He
has 150, and by end of year,
yeah,
he should have 180 patents.
The gentleman, he's a brilliantly smart man. His technology is highly advanced, but really what he is he wants to better humanity.
Yeah.
He's truly trying to find ways. And if you listen to him and you have an opportunity, we can share videos with, or if you're a guest, you can go see information on him, read about him. He is brilliantly smart, and he's really trying to advance the well-being of humanity, which is really cool. He's the 2-time recipient of the Advanced Technology Award from the International Hall of Fame. And Emily and I just said he has lots and lots of patents because he is intentionally finding ways to advance this.
Every so often when you meet somebody and you're just in awe of their knowledge, he is somebody that we met this weekend. We talked to him. We spent a brief moment of time with him, and we were in awe of what just comes out of his mouth. He's so smart. I just love knowing that he's on our team. He is our team. He started this, and it's just refreshing to be a part of a company that has such knowledge at the helm.
That's right. So the X39 patch, as I said, the company's been around for 19 years, but the X39 patch is a newer product. It has a patent on it. And it's not another Me Too product. And again, it's not a lotion, a potion, a shampoo, a CBD cream, protein shake. Not that there's anything wrong with any of those products or those categories, but you can go buy those at Walmart. You can go buy them at the drugstore. You can buy them from lots of different places. With the X39 patch and with our patch technology, you only are able to get that from Lifewave. It's a patent protected product that is only sourced through Lifewave, nobody else. And I love that. I love that it's our product to go into the market and expand. And as I saw on that, showed on the other slide, we've gone from 20 million at the end of 2019 to 320 million, and we're growing very, very rapidly.
So what do we do when we're talking about stem cells? What is it that we're talking about that's going on with our body? What are the benefits that we can receive? So again, the patch reflects light back into our body. It activates or it increases this GHK copper peptide, the X39 patch does, which stimulates stem cell activity. Well, what does that mean to you and me? If my stem cells are active, so what? So then what? Here's what it does. This list right here. And man, like when I learned this, I could get pain relief, which I did get pain relief. Reduced inflammation. Man, I was talking to someone this weekend and they said, you know, when I wear the patch, when I have a joint pain, when I know that it was someone that had some arthritis pain, when I know that my joint pain is high, I wear the patch just right on that joint. And I'm amazed at how well it works throughout the day. Like my wrist, it was actually her wrist. She said, it doesn't really hurt by the end of the day, like wearing the patch. She goes, but I am confused on why the next day, you know, my wrist kind of hurts again. And I want to put that patch right back on my wrist. And I said, here's the deal. Although the patch is working and the stem cells are working, we as humans are still doing things to our body. We're putting in processed foods. We're taking in sugars. We're not drinking enough water. We're doing things to our body that we actually go back and increase some of that inflammation. So imagine wearing the patch and changing a few of those habits and wondering what could happen. But besides that, we get support wound healing. I just had a client who had surgery. Man, they're on patches on so that wound can heal faster, avoiding some infection and stuff like that. So I love the speed of that. Energy and vitality. This is what I find. That afternoon lull is gone. That afternoon hit the wall. I just don't have energy to make it through the evening with my family. This is where I get that energy and I get revived. We're still doing Zooms and fired up at night. It's awesome. And mental clarity. I used to have like everything had to be a list. Everything had to be written down or it was forgotten. He's been telling me for 28 years, when you go to the grocery store, maybe you should write a list, because every time you go to the grocery store, you come back and say, I forgot something. And now I'm still not writing a list to go to the grocery store, but I'm not forgetting all the things I need. So that mental clarity is there. Enhanced athletic performance. I love this one too, because a lot of people think that these stem cell patches are only for people aging, younger adults, even kids that are playing sports, they're recovering faster and their performance is off the charts. So giving them a little boost, all in a good way. Faster recovery from exercises, I already talked about that. And then improved skin performance because of the increase in collagen on our body. Ladies, who doesn't want that?
Right. So again, these are general terms. We see some amazing results. This is a study that was done, the results of the I can't say the word. I told you. That word. So this is, these intervals are spread from session 1, session 2, and session 3. This individual, there's a 77-year-old woman. The red in session 1 is, as you can see, there's a lot of inflammation in her brain. The stem cell activity, it's low. And again, it's not what you would want to see. 3 weeks later, on X39, there's very little inflammation. It's almost completely gone and have improved brain coherence. By the 6th week mark of wearing X39, complete turnaround, improved stem cell activity, better brain coherence, and you're seeing improvement. This is a visual view of what we know from other clinical studies of what the patch is actually doing for people.
And this is one of these things, guys, that here's the information of what's going on. Like we didn't make it up. Someone didn't say, I think my brain was working better. Someone didn't say, I think the inflammation was changed and down. This is information from actual people and graphs that things are changing. So again, I can't see what's going on up here, but I want to wear the patch and get these results and know these results are happening.
Yeah, and the same thing is, if you read the bottom of the slide, it says, as you age, the stem cells in your organs, including your brain, heart, liver, lungs, kidney, and skin, go dormant. So we recognize visually, like skin, wrinkles in the skin, aging of the skin. It's part of what we consider the aging process. When you have your stem cells get reactivated and they go back to work, you have an increase in collagen. Your skin starts to have a younger appearance. Crow's feet and wrinkles begin to reduce, but you also have things like in your joints, those things start to have more increase of collagen, which helps things like your joints. So what should you expect in the long-term results? Now, this slide's interesting. If you look, it ranges from the first few days into 6 months. I want you to jump all the way down to within the first 6 months. See, that study right there should actually make your head spin. Within 6 months, your heart reverses in aging. In a recent study, 14 out of 15 lowered their vascular age by an average of 8 years after using X39 for 6 months. Now, what I want you to take away from that is an increase in or decrease in your cardiovascular age. Phenomenal. That's excellent. But 6 months. So this is, and sometimes I heard this from an individual today. So do I just wear this product for a little bit of time and then I stop wearing it? Well, the answer is we are aging regardless. But what we're going to do by wearing X39 is we're going to wear it and help our body have more activity to heal, mend, and grow, take care of itself. It actually, and again, the product doesn't cure, treat, or heal any disease in our body.
That's right.
Only God's able to actually do that. This patch just triggers the right mechanism in our body for it to heal itself. And that 6-month study to me is super important. Within the first few days, as you can see on the first bullet, 4,000 genes begin to reset. Within 6 weeks, your brain becomes balanced. Decreased symptoms of PTSD, anxiety, and depression. That is an imbalance of the chemistry in your brain. All of those are. And there's other things that happens within that when you have an unbalanced brain. Steve Merritt likes to say it like this: we're all walking around with unbalanced brains. We had no idea. Wear the X39, get your brain balanced out. Within 3 months, your collagen is increased. So this is a decrease in the wrinkles. I talked about that before. Hair growth. The hair growth, both male and female, it's consistent. You'll see there's a young lady here in town in Tulsa where we live, Chrissy, and she's got amazing photos of both her and her mother that are on X39, and they had some balding patterns in their head that they had dealt with for a long time. And wearing the patch, they both have full heads of hair. It's incredible. We have lots of people that say that same exact thing, that document it, that actually start wearing the patch, took photographs of their head, and then within a certain amount of time, document photographs again, and they have hair growth. It's tremendous. Increases structural integrity of both your skeletal and muscular system. Like I said before, when you're a kid and you fall down, you get bumps and bruises, scrapes, you break a bone, you heal quickly. And when you have lots of good stem cells working when you're young. As we get older, you don't have as many unless you're wearing X39, and you start to increase that stem cell activity.
So X39, start X39. This website is phenomenal, because we can share this product with anybody and give them this website where they can go in and watch a couple of videos and learn about the technology, learn about light therapy. They can hear David Schmidt, the inventor, talk about the product. I don't have to memorize all this information. I don't have to regurgitate everything, nor do I want to, by the way, because I don't want to mess it up. Yeah. So when I'm sharing this product, and as a matter of fact, when we were coming home the other morning from Tampa, we were at the airport sitting next to someone and started talking about back pain right off the bat, back pain. And, it was 4:30 in the morning. We had a long couple days. I so wanted to sit and not chit chat, but you know what? We've got something so good. You have to open your mouth. So I just reached in my bag. I pulled out some patches. I had an envelope ready with information. I handed it to her. And we didn't even chit chat too much. I said, I'm going to put one patch on you. I want you to wear this for 4 or 5 days and I'll check in. But here is the website where you can go and you can watch these videos and read the information. I gave her enough tidbit that she wanted to wear it, absolutely wanted to wear it. But then I didn't have to say anything else, guys. I send them here so they can get the information and they can dive as far into the information as they want. Most people I know watch the first 3 videos and read what's around there, and then they're excited to try the patch.
Yeah, but if you are a guest and you're looking at this opportunity, you're looking at this product, you should know that on Start X39, you can find the patent, you can find the over 80 clinical studies that relate to X39. These are all published here. This is not a marketing website, so you're not going to go in and find product for sale. You can't buy anything. This is a safe place to go research Start X39 and see those things that allow us to separate ourselves in the industry with a unique product that's proven. It's a technology that's actually proven. How do you wear it?
So you wear the patch 12 hours on, 12 hours off. I like to tell people habit stack every single day. When I'm handing patches to people, I'm like, what do you do every morning and night? You brush your teeth. Put the patches by your toothbrush. When you brush your teeth in the morning, put the patch on. When you brush your teeth at night, take the patch off. Where do you wear the patch? The studies have been done where you wear the patch right at the base of your neck or at your belly button. You can follow that and you can do that. We did it for a long time. Now I kind of go to point specific spots. So I wear mine on my wrist a lot. He wears his on his elbow, sometimes on his knee. Just depends on where we're feeling some of those little inflammation spots, and we put the patch around there. It's systemic. It it works wherever. It works throughout your body. And it's like we have this little black box in our body that knows the intricate details of what's going on that we don't even know. And the stem cells go to work in the areas that your body needs it most. So sometimes my wrist may hurt, but I may have something else going on in my body that the stem cells are going there. The reactivated stem cells are going to go work in another area before it gets to this spot. That's great. I'd rather find all those deep, dark, hidden secrets within me. How about you guys?
Yeah, absolutely. And again, so the reason we had the two places,
Drink water.
yeah, make sure you stay hydrated. That's a big thing. Drink plenty of water. But one of the reasons people ask, why did we show in our graphic that it's at the back of the neck and below the belly button? And the truth is because when you do clinical studies, you have to have a replicatable process. We have lots of clinical studies. Those were the sites picked. And then when they do those, they repeat them over and over again. But as Emily said, you can be worn anywhere on your body.
And also, you guys, electrolytes are important. You know, you've got to get those electrolytes in your body so your body can get the best effect from the X39.
So some of the stuff that's going on in our bodies, and again, you can see this before and after of this gentleman's hair growth. It's unbelievable, really. Again, it's going back to a younger state. So many people besides hair growth actually see their natural hair color coming back in. That's another common thing. And then you'll see in the one image, you have the person looking at their belly, they have stretch marks. And then after wearing the product for a period of time, those have been greatly reduced. The young girl with the
acne on her face,
yeah.
it's you can see that's like she's had it for a long time. She's got some pitting and her face is clearing up so much. So you guys, we share this patch so often. We love the testimonies that we're going to get. We actually have the ability tonight for you guys to hear a couple testimonies of some friends of ours. First, we're going to start with Jeff Tom. He has been wearing the patch for a while now, and I just want him to come on and tell his story of what the patch is doing for him and let you guys hear, you know, everybody that's putting this patch on, they're getting a story. They're getting something that, you know, when you have a friend that gets to go do an activity that they haven't been able to do for a while, it's a big deal. It's a big deal to get these testimonies from your friends. So Jeff, if you could pop on your screen and you guys come tell us about wearing the patch and what it's doing for you.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Hey, buddy.
Hey.
And his lovely bride, Crystal.
Hey, Crystal.
Brought Crystal with
Wearing
you.
my shirt today.
This is it, baby.
This is it. Shout out to Steve and Gina and Onyx though. They did an awesome job. I love the panel with all the doctors and, you know, seeing David. It was so fun.
Yes, it was awesome. Thank you.
So a little bit about the patches. We've been wearing the patches for 5 months now. And of course I get the call from Kevin. He's like, get these patches, you got to wear them. I'm like, okay. So of course I order them. Me and Crystal both had horrendous back pain and we thought it was from our mattress. Start wearing these patches. 3 weeks later, we get up and we're like, there's no more back pain.
That's
so
awesome.
that for us was enough right there. Like this patch works. To go a little bit further on it, I like to golf. When I went out golfing, I couldn't use my arm for 2-3 days after I golfed. So I'm like, well, let's put the patch right there and see what it does. Put the patch on. It's like nothing. There's no pain, nothing. So for me, this is the most phenomenal product out there.
Now, did you do anything different? I mean, were you going to physical therapy? Just
nothing. Yeah. Done nothing different in anything I've done except putting this patch on.
And when you and I talked, did I know you had a bad back?
No, not at all.
Not a bit.
In fact, I had to ask you, why do I need stem cells? So
You're right. Yeah.
Like, what do those do for me?
Yeah. And again, so that's part of my point is we're surrounded by people. There's a lot of folks that have different stuff going on, Jeff, that we just, even though we're friends and whatever, we don't know all the things that people are dealing with on a daily basis.
Exactly.
So yeah, you want to share it with anybody and everybody.
Yep. And it's the easiest thing to share because everyone should be wearing this product every day. I mean, it's life changing. It really is.
When you say stem cells to a friend, they perk up, they listen, they want to know. Like, there's enough information in our world to know that stem cells, that's a big deal. What do you mean I can get them? And hey, by the way, it's we're no injections. You're not having to go through a big process. You're putting a patch on your body every day, and it's not tens of thousands of dollars. And it doesn't have a, well, it might work, it might not work. We have proof that it works, and it's a money back guarantee as well. So for $3.30 a day, man, like this is amazing. This is amazing. We have our hands on just something that is incredible. And we need to just, relentlessly share with our friends and get them putting the patch on.
Absolutely.
Crystal, I know Jeff said your back was bothering you. Anything else that's done for you as well?
Actually, I had bad acne. After you hit 35 as women, you get all that going around your mouth, and that's definitely gotten a lot better.
Oh, wow.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yep. So I'm excited.
I appreciate both of you guys sharing, because again, it's important. Again, there's a lot of pieces in this, right? You help friends out, and sometimes we just don't know where everybody is around us, and we want to make sure that we can reach out to everybody and help those close to us, that eventually help others that are farther away from us. So thank you guys for sharing.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
All right. I think our next
John
is
is gonna
John
come on.
Killingsworth. John, are you on?
I am. Hey guys, can you hear me?
Hey, John, how are you, sir?
I'm great. I'm great. I would start out by saying, just like Emily said, I mean, I was very skeptical when I was introduced to the patch, and my sponsor, Rob Boyd, gave me about 3 of them to try initially. Tried them and really didn't feel anything, to be honest. And I told him that. And it was probably a month or 2 later, I got invited to a meeting here in Tulsa. Steve and Gina showed up for that. And I got the one patch that they gave us there at the meeting, put it on the next day, and went throughout the day. Didn't really feel anything. But I mean, I say that, nothing out of the ordinary. But when I played in the Men's Golf Association event that night, I'm a golfer, and I ended up winning that event. And I thought, that's kind of interesting. And I kind of made the joke about it and all that kind of stuff. But that's the one thing that I've noticed, like for me, that clarity, the mental clarity for the last several years, especially. I mean, had a lot of issues, growing up with concussions and whatnot, and 3 car wrecks and whatnot. So when I got COVID, since then, I really have been having brain fog. And for me, that's where it's been life-changing, because I can't explain it. You think it's age, COVID, all these things, but what this has given me is like this energy and mental clarity. And if you know anything about golf, it's a mental game. And so I started kind of piecing that together. So I've been on the patch. I think I ordered them June 12th. So a couple of days later, I started wearing them consistently. And I played in several events again over those last 2 months, and have placed or won. I've always been placing or winning money. I say that, prizes for these events. And I even shot 2 record rounds, personal records, and won the senior club championship. I was the net champion. To me, that's a big deal. And some people who don't, aren't into athletics or golf may say, well, that's, it's not that big of a deal. However, man, if you know what it takes, the mental fortitude to go out there and compete like that for 2 rounds, I mean, that is overwhelming for me. That tells me, man, this has helped me tremendously. So some of the other things that have also I've seen some improvement with is the tendonitis. I know the other gentleman there mentioned that as a golfer. Man, I couldn't golf. 36 rounds in one day would have just crushed me, right? And I don't have that at all. I've played more golf here over the last couple of months than I have, in a long time, and don't have any of that. I go to a chiropractor 2 times a month and get popped just to get realigned. I've always had stiffness after those car wrecks in the middle of my back. When he's popping you, I don't have that anymore. So, I mean, truly, it is systemic. It's going through about my body. And I would say, for some, I mean, I've heard some incredible testimonies. Mine probably doesn't seem that great, but it has been life-changing for me. So I would encourage anyone to try it. I mean, it's a lot cheaper than stem cell injections. And yeah, you want to change your life, try the patch.
What I like about this, and you and I have had a brief conversation about this, John, is and not everybody's a golfer, obviously, but and here's the deal: is mental clarity or coming out of something that wasn't clear, but realizing you have mental clarity is very hard to quantify for many people. But you actually have a way to understand that, something you are achieving wasn't something you were achieving before. So I mean, to me, it's a really cool thing to be able to document and understand that you are, again, it's taxing to play around multiple rounds of golf and under those conditions. and to be able to, elevate your game and record it. Thank you for sharing. That's really cool.
And I do have to ask you one
bet.
question is, when are you going to tell your golfing friends about this patch?
I've told just a couple, but we have the club championship, the regular one this weekend. So after that, I'll start promoting
I just
that
want to give
those
everyone a
guys.
little giggle. He's holding off until the club championship. He wants a one up on everybody in that aspect, which
One other thing to add is that in that slide mentioned it, but I've always had anxiety my whole entire life. And you just kind of deal with it, right? But that is another thing. I mean, to go along with the mental thing, it's just like I'm thinking clearer. It's been life changing.
yeah,
So
awesome.
That's
Thank
awesome.
you very much.
Thank you for
very
sharing.
much.
Appreciate
bet.
it.
You bet.
Thank you. All right.
One of these things about testimonies, guys, is everybody's testimony. I mean, we've heard some amazing testimonies over the last year. I mean, phenomenal, life-changing testimonies of people walking that haven't been walking in a while, just all kinds of amazing things. But here's the deal is that we all have little issues with our body, and we can all benefit from some changes. It might not seem drastic, huge testimony, but your story matters to people around you.
That's right.
And I love hearing all the different testimonies each week, because every time I hear testimonies, I think of about 4 or 5 friends that, oh my gosh, I have a lot of friends that golf, and they always complain about low back soreness, stiffness, not being able to rotate as well in their swing. So take these testimonies as you hear them, jot down a few notes and say, hey, I've got a friend, John, who this is what he did through his golf game, and maybe it'll help you too.
But only after the club championship.
But only after the club championship, right?
So what's the most important thing in your life? And a lot of people, it's family or time freedom, security, travel, better health, less debt. There's a lot of things, right? We're all uniquely individuals. I would tell you freedom is the largest word on there, but it encompasses most of those things. If you had the ability to do what you want with whom you want for as long as you want, without doing anything else, that's probably freedom. And I don't mean some version of gluttony of overdoing things, but really not having to be dictated by the clock or having to, have something that bounds you down. And you're going to say something, go ahead.
So I was just going to say real quick is Kevin and I, since the age of 28, we've had ownership in businesses. We've taken out loans to buy businesses. We've owned gyms. He's owned several other corporate entities. And, we thought at a young age as entrepreneurs, it was going to be great. We were going to have like all this freedom in our life by being owners. And the reality is our freedom was that we got to dictate our workday, but we worked not a 40-hour week. We worked 24 hours a day because we were always on. Something was always going on with the businesses. We were always trying to meet payroll. We were always trying to grow. We were always trying to market and put expenses in. Our expenses were high. Our overhead was high in all of our businesses. And our time was very small. We were both running and gunning all the time with our businesses. When we owned gyms, we used to have employees that, yes, they came in and they opened the gym, but you know what? There's sometimes that a 20-year-old just decides they don't want to get up at 5 a.m. and come open a gym. And so I was called in with 3 small kids, waking them up, putting them in the car and taking them up. So this industry for us has meant such a difference of just being an entrepreneur, but actually having time freedom come along with it.
Absolutely. And really your position with X39 and Lifewave, the stem cell therapy is becoming more popular. You're literally, Emily just was saying this, she said it a minute ago, but you're literally hearing people talk about it. Tony Robbins has it in his book, Life Force, and there's other people that are talking about what stem cell therapy is. We know what the importance of the healthy stem cells actually means for our body to heal and to take care of itself. And the industry is exploding. And so it's going from 200 million to estimated 30 billion. That's a tremendously large growth. But here's the deal is you don't know where the source in the stem cells a lot of times. And you have to fly outside of the United States and to another place in the world many times. And you're not guaranteed of any results. So if it's the injections are $10,000 to $25,000 per injection, and you may have to do 3-4 rounds of that to have results and still not be guaranteed. With the X39 patches, Emily said, you're talking about $100 a month for a product that works on everybody. We all have stem cells. We all have the ability for our GHK copper peptide to get triggered. And you're going to have people have tremendous results without the exposure to the other issues. The business model that goes along with this is a true blessing. This is where the freedom comes in. Better health is extremely important, because I mean, there's an expression that's, you know, if you were to ask somebody who's extremely wealthy on their deathbed if they wish they did something different, most of them said they would prefer to have their health. They'd give all their wealth away for their health, right? So, but the truth is, Zig Ziglar says this: money's not as important as, or is not everything, but it ranks up there with oxygen if you don't have it. So this business opportunity that goes along with the Lifewave product is extremely lucrative. There's 4 ways we get paid. I'm going to show you a few of them. Run across the slides up here. One of them is customers. Make no mistake, this is a customer-driven business. We find people that need our product. That's every human being that has stem cells within their body. That's all of us. Big market. And then we introduce it to those people like the Toms, who are our friends, or John, who's our friend, and allow them to experience for themselves. And then they do the same. Some of them choose to go out and share it with people around them. Some of them choose to just be users or consumers of the product. This compensation plan, that's one of the ways, as customers. The second way is we have people that come into our business and they go into one of our teams, a left team and a right team. The person that introduced this to you, if you're interested in the business, can give you more details on this. But the potential income earning just on that one way of making money, the team commissions, pays up to $25,000 each week. Now, that's a lot of money. That's $1.3 million if you're getting ready to do the math. And it's funny, if you haven't been in an industry of networking before, to talk about pay in a weekly basis, not quarterly, not monthly, or not a paycheck or a salary, it gets a little bit weird to say you're going to potentially make $25,000 a week on this, but that comes up to $1.3 million a year. This is, and it's a correct term, it's a left team and a right team. Teams of people, or if you look at it like sports, those are individuals with the same objective, right? They're going to try and advance that group, that organization, to win. And that's what these teams are doing. So you're partnering up with other people like-minded that are introducing it to other folks, and you're advancing your team with team members. The matching bonus is one of the other ways we make money. Then the simplest of terms is when you build your teams, some of those are going to be members that you personally put into the business, and some are going to be members that somebody you've puts into the business. Kind of look like a family tree. So a granddad puts in his son, right? So 3 generations deep, if you will. And so in this piece right here, we get paid 25, 20, and 20% on 3 generational depths. So that's not the 25,000 we just looked at in the prior slide. This is in addition to that. So let's talk about what this looks like, because this is real wealth. This is somebody I put into the business. They earn $1,000, for example, this week. I earn $250 with them, not away from them, not out of their cut, because we're on the same team, right? So that's my piece of the equation. Now, that individual, that I've sponsored, if they sponsor somebody, that's my 2nd generation, and I make 20% with them. Same thing with the 3rd generation. Here's why this is so important. If, for example, you put 20 people in the business, it doesn't matter how many you actually put in, it's unlimited. You can put as many people in the business as if you want. But let's just say you put 20 people in the business. You have the potential, you will earn 25% of what those 20 people earn in a week. That's phenomenal. But let's just say those 20 people each put in 10, right? So now you've got 200 people that you're going to earn 20% on. The exponential earning goes dramatically up. And then go down to the 3rd generation. If you apply another 10 people per, you instantly jump up, and you're still getting 20% of that. So this is real wealth. And 25,000 a week it'll make you rich. 1.3 million.
Nothing to balk at.
Nothing, again, don't
Pretty
scoff at that.
incredible.
Right. It's unbelievable. But the truth is this is wealth. This is generational wealth when you start talking about the matching bonus. This is the ability for you to earn at a level to pass it on for generations to come. This is an unbelievable opportunity from that standpoint. And no, it's not overnight. No, it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. This takes effort to build your team. Again, there's disciplines and there's activities, and we actually coach you through those. When you join into this business, if you decide you're going to build, now again, we're looking for customers. If you want to be a customer, God love you. We want to have you as a customer. If you want to build a business and look at the opportunities to earn so you can have freedom, we have enrollments that you come into. You can come in on a starter pack, a business pack, A serious builder pack, there's distinct differences between those. You're going to get more product as you become more serious about building your business on your initial order. And when you do so, by the time you're down at the serious business builder, which is a diamond pack, you're paying $84 per month supply of product, and you're going to get 19 of those. That's not for you to hold on to 19 months worth. That's product for you to go out and share. Like Emily was talking about, the young lady she met at the airport the other day, and we were waiting on her flight. She shared product with that person. She gave her some product to take with her, told her how to use it, told her to drink lots of water, got her contact information, and followed up with her, right? So when you have that serious business builder, you have lots of product to sow into the marketplace. There's not a wrong way to get into our business either. This is another blessing that Lifewave has built into the compensation plan. If you came in at a smaller pack, so you started on that starter pack, which is called silver, and you got 3 sleeves of product, and you run through your product because you're sharing with lots of people are having wonderful success and stories, and you need more product, you can upgrade with no penalty. You can go to the larger pack at any time, upgrade up as you see fit. You only pay the difference in the packages, and you get the product sent to you. That's the difference between the packages. So again, there's not a wrong way to start. I would tell you there's a slower and a faster way to start. Just put that into your head. If you're ready to go now, buy the product that you can afford in a larger packet. If you're not quite sure yet, buy into that silver pack, get three sleeves worth of product, and use it and share it with your spouse and some others. All right. Importance of building your monthly subscription. So you're going to get product every single month. This is a question that we get as builders in this business often, right? So I buy a pack. I say I start on that silver pack, and I've got 3 sleeves of product. Well, what am I going to do next month? Well, next month you can have 1 sleeve of product, or you can have 2 sleeves of product come to you. Now you can do more than that if you want, but sometimes people think, well, I just need 1, because 1 sleeve of product will keep you active in the business. It'll help you stay in the game, but it doesn't give you very much to build. And the truth is, if you look, it says there, keep your points. So that keeps you active, but you're only able to earn $100 per week if you get 2 sleeves of product per month. So again, that's product for me, and that's product for my spouse to have. Emily gets product and I get product. I want her to stay young and healthy. I want to be young and healthy. So we both need product. That's 2 sleeves. When we do that, it's going to cost us $199 per month. We're going to keep our points just like we did before with the 1, but now we're going to have the potential to maximize the compensation plan. All right. So I don't want part of the money. I want to have the ability to earn all of the money.
So when we're setting someone up, when you have someone joining your team, first you walk them through what is the right package for them to order. Like really spend time with them on what it is that they want to achieve, how fast they want to achieve it. And that's going to help dictate which package they're going to come in on. Also, likewise, if you have someone that is hungry and wants to build a business, there's really no option. The 2 sleeve is the way to go, because you want to maximize that comp plan. So if you're having someone just try the product, 1 sleeve is great. But if they have business in mind, set them up for success. Don't be sheepish about it. We have to help people be successful in this industry. The whole point of the matching bonus is that we're helping our team grow and build. So learn that and be a part of that.
Good point. So how Emily mentioned this too, when she was sharing with Stephanie in the airport the other day. She said that she gave her some literature. She had some samples. She literally had an envelope, just like you see on the screen. She had samples of the patch inside that envelope, and then have this little card inside there. The card tells her how to use the product, because trust me, no matter how detailed you are about what to do and how to do it, they're going to have questions, and it's a good resource for them to pull that card out. It's going to tell them a little bit about the product and how they should utilize it, where to wear it, make sure they drink water, those kind of basic things. It's our responsibility to help them do that, but they should have a resource to be able to do it. This right here is available for you to go get and purchase on build331.com. That is the business building website. So the startx39.com is where we talk about the product. You find information on our patents or clinical studies and the advancement of our actual technology. Build331.com is the building tools. It's the steps, and that's a step through process. You can go in. It's all there available to our team members in the quantum field to go in and be able to replicate, because duplication is what you're looking for. You want a team that's all doing the same thing. If you think about, again, a sports analogy, if you had team members on a football team that are running different plays at different times, the success is probably doomed. But if you're all on the same playbook, this is our playbook, then your outcome is much more of a guarantee of pattern success.
These two things are reasons why Kevin and I really took this opportunity so seriously. We loved the patch. We really did. We put it on and we saw differences immediately. But when we really started looking at the opportunity, we've been in the industry 18 years. So we're looking at these different aspects of it. We loved that there was a product site to send people to that didn't have anything about the compensation plan or didn't have anything that kind of messed people's mind with what information are you sending me here? Just product. And then we also love when someone is ready to do the business. We have the steps, a duplicatable system. We're not inventing anything. We're not creating anything. We have systems already in place, websites already in place to do this. So for us to be able to just jump in and start running was phenomenal. The time was already put into it. The money was already put in to set this up, which it does take that. So we loved both of those aspects. We love that it's a unique product that people don't have, and it's a simple product to share.
So time is now to make your move. Are you serious about your dream? Do you have any other options? I mean, quite frankly, and not to be doom and gloom, but the economy is not great. I mean, the average American's paying $9,000 more this year for the basics that they had the year prior. It's not fantastic. And so there are many people around us. There's many people around you that are looking for a financial opportunity. The gig economy is, and there's a lot of things that now categorize that, whether it's food delivery or drive share ride or some version of one of these other gig, they all require 1 hour of your time to get paid for 1 hour of your time.
That's huge.
It's another
That's
job,
huge.
Quite frankly, that you're doing on the side.
The
difference is time leverage. That's exactly right. So as your team grows, it's replication and duplication of you. So in the beginning, your 1 hour is 1 hour. You get 10 team members. Now your 1 hour just became your hour plus those 10. So you're at 11 hours in that same equation, and it begins to amplify. So there are, in my opinion, there aren't many other options that this industry and specifically X39 Lifewave offer. So if whoever invited you, I encourage you to get with them, talk to them about their options. This is a place you can connect with us. If you have your phone available, pop it open. You can hit those QR codes for the startx39.com product site. There's a Facebook group, which is the Quantum Field X39 team. You can go see lots of great stories and what the product's doing for people. That YouTube channel has videos embedded in it that talks about that. There's a testimonial Facebook group that is very strong. You can go in there and search by all kinds of things.
I love it.
And then the Build 331 is the building blocks. It's the tools, the system that we use. Someone this weekend called it the roadmap. I think that was an excellent way to look at it. It's the roadmap on, we got to know, how to get from point A to point B. Otherwise, you're going to end up somewhere different. You're going somewhere. You're just not going to end up where you intended to go.
Right.
So we have other meetings. You need to know that we have a system. Part of our system on this Build 331 is we feed into each other. So Monday, you're on right now. It's 8 o'clock Eastern. We have the Zoom. On Wednesday is a similar format. Steve and Gina will usually host that one, and they're going to host it this week. And they're going to tell again about the product and about the company. They're going to tell have some testimonies, but they're going to give you an opportunity to have a look at it again. So if you're new and you say, okay, I'm going to give this a chance. Look at it like this. On Wednesday, you have the opportunity to plug other people into it and for you to go learn more about the company, the product, and the business. All right. So we do those meetings on Monday, on Wednesday. We do them in Spanish on Thursday. We do them on Friday during the lunch hour. And then we have a training on Saturday. So you learn more of the nuts and bolts, right? Thank you. There's a slide for that. And so Saturday's the team teaching. And so they're taught by different team members. They're taught. So again, you don't have to see us and hear us over and over again. It's lots of people with lots of different experiences and life experiences that help you build your business, right? So you can start now with very little knowledge about the product in the industry with just your own story, and then learn as you go forward and pull people into these Zooms. It's a step-by-step process.